Sophia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel. Today is day number 3 of the Vlogtober series. I'm going to review this for you today. Actually, today is Saturday. I'm pre-recording and I'm doing this for the Wednesday video because Tuesday night I come home late after 7:30. I won't have time to film and edit, so I'm pre-recording and I'm doing this review. This is the Cosori slow cooker. I just received it this week and I've already used it once and I really like it, so I can't wait to share a recipe with you and show you how it works, all of its features, give you a good thorough review, and maybe you'll be interested in getting your own. The holidays are coming, so that means that we're gonna need to do extra food prep. You may need another slow cooker, so stick around for a good thorough review. So here it is. This is the Cosori Multi Cooker, and the only thing it doesn't do is pressure cooking. It does everything else. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of what it looks like. It's all stainless steel. You can see that. It has an interface here with 2 big knobs. So the features are manual. That's when you want to do the temperature on your own. You can do rice, yogurt. You can boil. These are all the stove function, the stove tops, right? So you can brown, simmer, saute, and you can steam. And here are the slow cooking version. You can do a medium, a high, and a low on the slow cook. And these are the oven functions, which is bake and roast. Imagine that. I could actually make a cake in this thing. The buttons right here, this is temperature and time. The start of delayed timer, that's very important if you want, for instance, your slow cooker to start in the afternoon so that your food is ready to be served when you come home. You would use the delayed timer, and then the keep warm function, which is not the same than simmer. It comes with handles, which I think is very practical. One here, of course, and another one here. But the pot itself also has handles. So I'm going to remove the lid so you can see the inside here. You have the measurements on this side for rice, right, with cups of rice and cups of water, so you don't get your rice too soggy. So the pot itself is coated, so you can saute and whatnot, and here's the inside here. The 2 things I've noticed immediately upon receiving that is that the handles here can be removed. So that means you can really clean inside, right? And you can also put that in the dishwasher and not have the handles if you want to. But the best part is the lid. I am very impressed with the lid. The lid is tempered glass. It's got a good handle that you can really grab. It's not one of those handles that's kind of like the little knobs you would see in a regular slow cooker. The little I call it a pipe hole, I'm not sure what it is. The little hole here for the vapor and the steam to escape is actually fairly large. Most of them I find to be too small, but this one's pretty good. Okay, but the best part is that not only does it have a seal, and you can see that the seal here is really tight, but that seal, you can actually remove it when you wash, and that means you can clean all of the inside here and not have years and years of grime getting stuck in it. I like that very much. So the recipe today, I'm going to use this pork center cut loin fillet. That's a lemon and garlic. I got it at the Aldi. You saw me probably purchasing it when I did my Aldi haul. But I'm not just gonna do this. I'm gonna add other things. So I'm going to use the brown feature of the Cosori to show you how you can brown meat on both sides, right? I'm going to first saute some onions and herbs and whatnot, so I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to brown this. Then I'm add some potatoes to the pot, and we will have it on slow cook until lunchtime. So it is 8:17. I probably will start the cooking itself at 9. And I will go slow cooking for about 3 hours. So let's get started. So before I start cooking, I just want to show you how the functions work. So here you have all of your settings. So we are going to saute some onions and mushrooms. So I'm going to the saute function right here. You see that, right? And then over here I have either the temperature or the time, okay? The time I don't care because I'm going to do a visual on it to see how long it really needs to be cooked. But I do want to change the temperature and move it up a little bit. So just click on this button here and you see how the temperature blinks. And then I take the knob right here and I'm moving it to what I want, which is closer to 325. There we go, 328, that's fine. So that's ready to go. Press the start button and you're going to see that little marching ants right here, and it's telling me it is starting to heat up. And while this is heating up, yes it is, I'm going to add some olive oil to the bottom, not too much, a little bit of salt. I don't put a lot of salt in my food. This is oregano. I don't want to put too much flavors in this because the pork loin is already marinated, okay? And then this is just garlic powder and black peppercorn. Adding my onions. These are just regular yellow onions and mushrooms. So because this is electric, it's taking a little bit more time to heat up the surface so that I can saute my onions and mushroom. I'm just gonna close it, sip on my coffee, and when I start seeing a little bit of bubbling and whatnot, then I remove the lid and I start to stir them as they're sauteing, and then I will put the pork loin, but we'll do a brown function for that. Okay, it's starting and you probably can hear it. So I tell you what I like about this, that you know when you have a traditional slow cooker, it comes in this big ceramic pot, right? Which is really not all that practical. Most of them do not have a handle. It's very difficult to maneuver them, and sometimes they break and then you're stuck because you can't replace it, or you have to try to figure out a way to replace it. But they're not all that practical, and you can't saute or brown or bake or anything with them. Well, you could, but it just tends to be overcooked and you don't really get the best flavors because everything is put together and cooked at the same time in the slow cooking way, but you don't really have all of the flavors you would get from searing, browning, and sauteing. Now, what I would do usually with a traditional slow cooker is that I would have to brown and saute everything on the side first and then add it to my crock pot or my slow cooker. So it ends up time consuming, and then it's also more work because you have more stuff to clean, right? But this, you just put everything in the same pot, you do all of your different functions, and then you add whatever you want to add for your slow cooking ingredient, you close it and you go away, and you've only dirtied one thing, this. That's it, nothing else. So I'm just sauteing these right now. And I don't want to fully saute them. I'm just giving them a little bit of translucence. And I'm going to stop it right now. And I'm going to put it on the brown function. So it's going to get higher in temperature. And the reason why I'm doing it on the brown function is because I have my pork roast that has been marinated right here, and that baby doesn't need to saute, it needs to brown. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, take my tongue, and we're gonna see how well this is going to brown it. I think I forgot to mention it also has this little gadget here. This is a steam tray. Basically you put it like this, hold on, like this, with the bottom of your pot here, and then water, a little bit of water at the bottom, and you have this standing above water, and you can do salmon, you can do vegetables, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. You can even put a bowl here with the ingredients in it if you wanted to. So this is really, really cool. I have not tried it yet. Okay, so I just browned it enough to give it a nice color. It's not a lot of color because I don't want to completely seal it and sear it. So let me just place it nicely right here in the middle. I change your stencil because I don't want to scratch anything. Okay, so we're still in the brown function, and I'm going to add potatoes all around it. I'm going to add a little bit more of olive oil on the potatoes. Add a little bit more of oregano on them. A little bit more of pepper. And that's it. So let me stop this function here, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. I'm going to put it on a different setting. This is going to be slow cook medium, and I'm going to change the time 3 hours. Okay, so it's starting. Let me close this and see how it's on there. Alright, so this is going to cook now for 3 hours. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not touching it. I'm not opening it to check on it or anything. When I see you again, this will be cooked and we'll taste it, I guess. So I want to thank the Cosori folks for sending me this. I really needed something like this. My Instapot, which I use all the time, mostly for rice and soups and things like that. I don't really use for meats because it's a tall, round one. So I can't put a whole chicken in it. I can't put a loin like this. I would have to cut everything. This is 6 quarts. It's really big and it's the size of a regular slow cooker, but again, because you have all of these other functions, there's so much more you can do in it. It's super easy to clean because it's stainless steel and the coating inside is really good. When I started it, I just basically washed it and then wiped it off with some vegetable oil just to prep the surface. And another thing I really like about it is that it's easy to grab right here, the handles, to bring to a table. It's not heavy at all if you need to bring it over to a potluck dinner or friends for the holidays. Because it has this keep warm function, you can actually bring it to some other place when it's cooked and just plug it in somewhere and let it keep warm. But I think they all do that. But the best feature about it, really, one, it's not heavy at all. Those slow cookers of the past, let me tell you, they're so bulky and so big, you end up putting them in your cabinet. And if you have bad back or anything, you have to go down there and try to grab this thing. It's just not a easy thing to maneuver. This, however, it's super easy. And it's pretty too, so you can leave it on your countertop if you wanted to. The second thing I like best about it is the lid with that removable gasket. So that means that it's really going to be able to stay clean for me. And then this gasket, let me tell you, it seals really well. Sometimes I do slow cooking in the evening and I let it cook overnight. I've done that with Scott's chili. I've done that with a lot of things. And you know what happens? The smell of the deliciousness of the food goes all the way up to the 3rd floor, and I don't sleep at all that night. I absolutely do not sleep because I'm always thinking, is this burning? I'm smelling the food. It's exciting all of my senses, and I just don't sleep. This is really well sealed. I'm not smelling much right now, other than what I've sautéed before. So I think that this is a much better upgrade to your mom's slow cooker. It really is. It does yogurt, so if you want me to do yogurt at some point with it during the week, let me know down below, because I really like making my own yogurt. Yeah, so it does yogurt, you can do rice, you can do all sorts of things. So I'm doing this review today for the Wednesday video, but I'm pretty sure you're going to see me use this more during the whole month of October as I'm learning to use it. I think it's a great product. The link is down below if you want to purchase your own or if you want to buy it for a friend or a family member for the holidays. If there is a coupon code, I will attach it down below as well. But again, I give it a 5-star and a big thumbs up. This is really cool and it looks good. That's the best part. Really, it does. I could leave this all year long on my counter, no problem. Pretty sleek, huh? Hot surface right here. Yeah, it's hot. So I'll see you again when this is done in 3-something hours. Right now it's 8:57. I'm right on time. I said I was gonna do this at 9 o'clock, right? So we're just gonna let it cook for 3 hours and come back and see what it looks like. This is done. Let's see what it looks like. First of all, I have to say this. You can barely smell it. This is awesome. That means that I can cook in the evening, at night, overnight, and it will not keep me awake. I am loving this thing. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna pour it out so you can see, right? And it's been cooking for a little bit over 4 hours, and now it's on keep warm. So I'm just gonna pull out the pork. Whoops. Right here. And then I'm gonna put potatoes around it. Look at all that nice juice. So I'm going to try a piece of the pork. The potatoes are perfect and they're still whole because I kept the skin on it. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna try. Good. Potatoes are cooked. Perfect. This is really neat. Okay, so this was my review for the Cosori slow cooker, multi cooker. Again, you can boil, you can bake, you can do yogurt, you can steam, you can slow cook, you can simmer. There's a lot of things you can do. There's a keep warm function. This is a full meal right there. It took basically 15 minutes to prepare, and you just fix it and forget it, right? That's the what they say about slow cookers. I think this is really good. I can't wait to try it with other recipes like big sauces and stews, and in particular for soups. So during the month of October, you're probably going to see me do several soups in this cooker because it's sweater weather. That means that we're gonna start getting soup. So if you like this slow cooker by Cosori and you think it's really sleek like I do, and you're looking for something a little bit different from the traditional slow cooker with the big ceramic pot, and you're not interested in getting a pressure cooker, you just want a traditional slow cooker that has multifunction, this is the one for you. Again, I'm putting the link down below if you like it and you want your own, and I will see you tomorrow, Thursday. I'm not sure what it's going to be about, but it's probably going to be another day in the life. I thank you for watching. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this review and this recipe, and I will talk to you later. Bye!